So having a goal gives us direction in our body transformation journey. But I feel that having a powerful reason why really is the jet fuel that accelerates our progress and really is the autopilot I find that can correct us when we tend to steer away from our target at times. It'll pull us back on course. So I know for myself personally, over the years, my reasons why I want to transform my body, whether it's losing fat, building muscle, building strength, just building my best body possible, they have evolved over time. And it sure sounds like yours have as well, Aaron. So really looking forward to hearing how they have changed over the years and where you're at right now. What drives you to achieve your physique goals at this stage of your journey?
Yeah. So I think it's funny, but removing myself from the physique goal, even though I love bodybuilding, has taken it to another level. Now, what I mean by that is, of course, identity is built into that, but we can't always control if the scale is going to drop or how much muscle we can put on. And if those are the things I used to focus on, and it used to just make me incredibly frustrating. Like, let's say I was cutting and the scale wasn't dropping during the week, like my mood would be affected throughout the day. And so by attaching my why to that outcome rather than just being a person who enjoys lifting or wanting to be able to keep up with my wife who loves hiking, who completely dominates me at hiking because she hikes, I don't. And so training for those things, it was more powerful for me to show up in the gym. It boosted my mood rather than pull me down and just only focusing on that really I had no control over except the habits, right?
Right, right. Right. And it's like in the beginning, I think having vanity goals is a fantastic thing. I want
Yeah,
to lose
sure.
fat because I want to feel confident on the beach. I want to look sexy. I want to build muscle again for confidence. I want to look strong. I want to, maybe for some people, I want to look intimidating, whatever it is. Looks are important to us, but like you got to keep asking yourself, well, why is that important to you? And I know, like for myself, in the beginning, like I've been talking about this ever since I started coaching. It's been 20 plus years of coaching there, really going through these drills with my clients. Just, I don't think you can ask yourself why enough. So you give yourself an answer. Why do you want to lose fat? Well, I want to look good. All right. Why do you want to look good? Well, I'm going to be more confident. I'm going to be able to have more energy to spend time with my kids. I want to be around for my daughter's wedding. Like I want to be there to walk my daughter down the aisle in optimal health and all that. And I found that it's like those can be powerful drivers, but for myself personally, I think what's evolved the most is not, again, like you, not focusing so much on what's going on in the gym, how my body's necessarily transforming, but being able to live my life to the fullest. Like it's like everything. Why am I eating this nutrient rich meal right now? Well, this is going to give me the energy I need to perform my best in all that I'm doing throughout the day, whether it's mental tasks or physical tasks. Well, why are you working out? Well, like strength is a great asset for me. I'm going to be 48 this upcoming month here. And I'd say midlife, and I want to be able-bodied for the rest of my life. Why do I want to do calisthenics and improve my functional strength? Again, to be able-bodied. It's like all these tasks that just I want to be able to live my life to the fullest in this moment right now and for years and decades to come. So it's really taking on a much bigger meaning beyond the vanity. I love the vanity. I love to look good. I love to perform great. I just want to feel my absolute best. So if I'm in a fat loss mode and I start to get to the point where I'm getting too lean and I'm like starting to feel some negative consequence, like, well, why do I want to get any leaner at this point if I'm not feeling my best? Or if I'm in a muscle building phase and I start getting uncomfortable with the amount of weight that I'm gaining, like, well, why do I want to push it any further if I'm just not feeling good? I'm not able to perform my best. I bend over to tie my skates, and I'm like, take a deep breath. And it's winding me doing that. So it's really about living my best life now and in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. And, just to speak to that, uh, for those that don't know, I mean, at my heaviest, I was 203 pounds in my early 20s. And so, yeah, there was a lack of confidence there. I didn't like the way I looked in clothes. So physique in changing that was a huge motivator. And like you alluded to, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I now want to look good with my shirt off, and I love chasing bodybuilding goals. I still have them. But once I attach those to things like I want to be around to see my grandkids, I want to, push performance goals beyond in the gym, with hiking or taking up surfing. And if your state of health isn't in a position to where it's just not optimal and you can't do those things fully, then I think we're kind of doing it wrong. And so that is the reason why, yeah, I've cut down on drinking, and because it affects my performance, it affects my sleep. And then if my sleep is affected, I'm not able to give myself to my family. I'm not able to give myself to my workouts. And right now, both of my sons are still in the house, and I've got to get up super early. And so I now have to get up earlier and go to bed later. And if I was eating fast food 3 or 4 times a day, not working out, like sometimes I find it difficult to push through those things. And I can't imagine how it would be if my diet wasn't on point, if I wasn't training myself. So that's how my why has shifted, in knowing that in those early mornings that I'm doing it because I want to support my son in his goal with his new high school. And yes, it's concurrent, always it's concurrent with training and progressing in the gym. And I think that is important to kind of always cast a goal out that you have to catch up to. But what keeps me going back is wanting to be and being able to give the best of myself fully, energy wise and mentally, to things outside of the gym. And I know right now that if I want, I can go run 3 miles without dying, or I could go for a hike, 2 or 3 day hike if I needed to. I can, my body's in a position that I can practice soccer with my son and get up early. And even if I didn't get optimal sleep, I'm fine during the day. Like that makes me feel good.
Love it, man. Absolutely. It's truly reasons why really should be revolving around like living our life to the fullest. And I love not only being able to give the best of ourselves to all that we're doing energetically, like being able to like support others in their goals and their endeavors, but mentally as well. Like if you're like dragging your butt, chances are if you're having a conversation with someone else, you're not going to be fully present. You're not going to like truly hear them.
Yep.
In the back of your mind, you're going to be thinking, God, I'm so freaking tired. Like, just can't wait to just chill and like whatever, all these things. So yeah, you're able to give the best of yourself to others, like fully and completely. And you're also a great role model. And I think for me initially, like it's so great. I've got video footage of like me working out at home, my daughter 3 years old at the time doing burpees and dumbbell shoulder presses with me. Like it's awesome seeing the influence that I had on my kids when they were younger and seeing them loving the gym right now. And you have your kids training in the gym. Well, at least Ken and your older son is doing some weight training, and they're just seeing how it's impacted them. But like I'm at a stage right now where like a lot of my growth is coming from just learning how to handle life situations better, like being more chill with stuff, like letting stuff go a lot quicker, a lot easier, not being so um what's the word? I don't know if it's like obsessed or something, but I just don't take things like too seriously, I should say. Like I just having fun. I think my kids seeing me embracing this kind of lifestyle as well has had a positive impact on them as well. I found like a lot of my reasons why right now go beyond just the weight training. It's a lot of just self growth. I just love learning and growing about what is going to allow me to thrive. So having that heightened sense of awareness with, all right, it's I love what I'm doing in the gym, it helps me to thrive. I love the foods I eat, help me to thrive, but also like the chill time. Like I need downtime, whether it's a casual walk out in the woods or just sitting by a bonfire, enjoying a sunrise, sunset, and realizing the impact that those little things can have on my overall well-being and my physique, and just learning and growing throughout this process and realizing that's never going to end. That's another big reason why I do what I do and why I think it makes this journey so much more fun.
Yeah. I mean, I agree 100%. And I don't, maybe that comes with age, maybe because I've felt it as I started to approach 40, and now that I'll be 43 this year. It's picking and choosing your spots and where you're gonna push, but also I really enjoy the downtime. I enjoy um pushing myself in ways outside of the gym and learning, and being trying to be more creative and more playful in my days, as opposed to like just holding so tight and feeling that if I took a few days off or a week or went on vacation, that everything was going to fall apart. And now knowing that that time away allows me to recharge, to be able to come back into, quote unquote, normal life and push. And so, I mean, I love have watching your transformation, and I guess it'll be about a year, what, in, a month that you started your yoga journey and trying to build in handstand work and all of that. And you can argue that had you not pushed prior, that your learning curve would have been a lot higher. Like, but because you've kept yourself in shape, because you've always gone to the gym and prioritized health, you were able to kind of just jump in and be able to push yourself and be able to explore that without fear of, injuring yourself by going too hard too soon.
Mm-hmm. And it's a good point. Lots of good points about the introducing yoga into my life almost a year ago. Um, Really coming down to mobility, flexibility. Wasn't A lot of it has to be being willing to be open to the experience as well. And I had like I talk a lot about I encourage people to do activities that bring great joy to your life. Focus on that because it's going to be easier for you to do it. It's going to be easier for you to stick with it. But there's times where like I tried yoga a few times, it wasn't for me. I just wasn't ready for it. I wasn't open to it. I was just so glued to I love lifting the iron. Like that's what my passion is. And I just kind of kept brushing the yoga off. But I was at a stage in my life where I'm like, this is important to me now. I know mobility and flexibility are going to be important for me. I know like the mental aspect of yoga is going to have a positive benefit for me. So I was ready to have an open mind with that experience. And yeah, it's been tremendous with the impact that it has had on me, well beyond the mobility and the flexibility. And same thing when it comes to like cardio wise too. I can't say I necessarily like, love doing cardio in the gym. I love being outdoors and doing outdoor activity, but um the stair climber, stuff like that, it's okay, but it's not like, oh, I can't wait to do that. Whereas like I can't wait to do weights, I can't wait to do yoga, I can't wait to get out in the paddle board, I can't wait to walk my dog, go in the woods. Like I love all that stuff, but I'm not like super excited about the cardio. But I'm doing those things. I got to have my powerful reasons why to do that. It's even more important in those moments. Like, why is it important for me to do the cardio? It's not to lose fat. It's for longevity more than anything. My cardiovascular health, my cardiovascular conditioning, being as able-bodied as I can for the long term. Looking at family history, my uncle just had a heart attack. My grandfather died of a heart attack. So that's in the family history. And you mentioned sleep as well. Like whenever I'm thinking of prioritizing sleep, a lot of it is to perform my best, feel my best, had the impact on everything. But it's also like my grandfather had dementia and Alzheimer's. So lack of sleep can have an impact on that and memory loss and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, all those things, I have so many different powerful reasons attached to all the things that I'm doing throughout the day. It's a lot easier with the activities that you enjoy, but it's even more important for those activities that you kind of have to not necessarily force yourself to do, but you might not necessarily enjoy, but you know they're going to have positive benefits from it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't enjoy doing cardio, period. But the reason I do it is because I know, nowadays we know that it's paramount for health along with strength training. And if I want to do those things later in life, if I want to be alive and be able to go out and, take up whether it be yoga or surfing. I have a dream that I'm going to become a surfer later in life. So I've got to stay fit for that. That I've got to get on the stair stepper. I've got to do the bike. I've got to do the incline walking. I've actually started to enjoy running over the last year, and I try to fit that in. But yeah, I know that those actions, they're paying off for me in 5 years and 10 years and 15 years. And some of the best advice that I received was, it's about a decade ago when I was living in Florida, and the gym I went to had a lot of older lifters in their 60s and 70s. And I would hear it time and again. They would all tell me, Aaron, like, listen, there's going to come a point in a time where, your kids have activities or you just have a lot of life things happening. But like, even if you just come to the gym twice, do not ever get out of the habit. Like, just drag yourself, just get in the gym, because all of my friends, all of my family that have issues now, they stopped working out, they stopped being active. And that's when all the problems kicked in. And now that they're on the opposite side of the health issues, it is even harder for them to get back. So
Mm.
I remember hearing that a decade ago, and it's stuck with me. When I want to sit on the sofa, I am tired. Like, it isn't a mind over matter thing. It's like, I'm tired, but I go and I put in the work because I know that will pay off. And I'll add that there's never been a time where I've gone and done that stuff and afterwards I just felt worse, or I was just like, why did I even do that? I mean, I could probably count on one hand the time that that's happened in 20 years.
I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that. It's yeah, even yeah, with the tasks that we don't necessarily enjoy, it's always afterwards. It's always toughest just to get started. Once you get started, you're in the zone, you work through it, and like, oh, I'm glad I did that. You feel a sense of accomplishment, a sense of victory. You overcame that mental hurdle of not wanting to do it. You did it, you persevered. Yeah, there's a lot to say for that for sure. Any closing points on the importance of having a powerful reason why attached to our goals?
Yeah, I think if you don't have a why, even if you have a strong motivation for change, you can be kind of like a leaf blowing in the wind, and you're kind of at the mercy of your own emotions and whims and wants, which those things change very, very frequently. And when you can really solidify a reason beyond maybe losing 5 pounds, which again, just there's nothing wrong with that. That's what, when things get really, really difficult and your schedule is chaotic, and you have a sick kid, you have a sick spouse, work is insane. That's what you look to get into the gym and to continue, and then that's where the growth occurs. So I think it's many, many years I just didn't, I thought I knew what having a why was, and then when I really figured it out, it was like, yeah, it's a night and day difference. And so attaching a solid why to, why am I doing this again? Like, why am I passing on these opportunities or whatever, this food? You're like, okay, it makes sense, and it makes it a lot easier.
100%, man, 100%. And I feel you on that too. Like, and it seems like what the way I used to view having a powerful why back years ago is nothing compared to way it is right now. And I know a lot of people, they may even see this topic that we're covering and go, yeah, I've heard that all before. But when you really sit in it, you marinate in feeling what it's like to really have those deep, powerful reasons why for all the actions that you're doing throughout the day. To me, it's life changing, and you really start to question all the things that you're doing throughout the day. Is this actually serving me right now in this moment? It's eye-opening. There's no doubt about that. So, dude, I love this topic. What a great conversation. Great share, great insights. I'm really looking forward to hearing from the viewer right now, watching this channel. What are your goals that you're aiming for right now? And what are the reasons why you are aiming to achieve that? I would love to hear how you're digging deeper into those reasons why. So please take a moment to drop a comment down below to share your thoughts, share your insights, share what your experiences are with your goals, and discovering what the powerful reasons are for you achieving those goals. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do a huge favor and smash that thumbs up button. We really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. And of course, if you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. Aaron, my brother, such a great time once again, having great, some pretty deep discussions with you here. So thanks so much for your time, and look forward to talking to you again soon.